What is up guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video here on my channel. Now you've already seen it in the title. In today's video I want to show you guys my latest fashion pickup. And to be honest, looking at all of the pickups on the floor right now, I'm really happy with how my style and my taste has developed essentially. And I hope that this video can provide some dope inspiration to some of y'all. Let's actually get into the video. Alright, so starting out, we got two pieces by Peso. First of all, we got this dark brown baggy denim. And to be honest, I'm not too sure about the technique or the material and how this denim was like made. It feels kind of wax, but I don't know, I've never had a wax piece before and I didn't expect wax pieces to look like this. And at the same time, I don't think it was in the product description that it was wax. I don't even know if you can see it on camera, but it's like this really dark brown as a base color. But then we also have some like orange kind of slight whiskers and a slight wash, but you can barely notice it. It just has like this almost like a hue of orange in it. And this goes perfectly with the tag, by the way. Really dope choice of a tag right here. And now of course we also have the custom silver hardware. And I don't know if I've mentioned it already, but the piece itself has a baggy fit. It's not super baggy, but like relaxed baggy fit. What I then also ordered from Peso is this beautiful burgundy wine red belt right here. Just really love this color recently and I have been looking at this belt for a while. So when it was on sale on Black Friday, I just had to get it. So yeah, those two pieces were bought on Black Friday, so I didn't pay full price. I think the belt was around 50 euros and the pants were around like 80 euros, which is super fair. And I'm so happy with those two purchases. And by the way, this belt is of course not real crocodile leather, but it's cow leather, which is then like embossed with this animal pattern. Alright, moving on, we got some jewelry and I have the pieces on me already actually. So let me just take those off real quick to show you guys. This right here is the Nyx necklace. Then we got the sacred ring as well as the vestige ring. The necklace to me is almost like a hybrid out of a snowflake and a star, and I really mess with both of those shapes. Then we have the sacred ring, which is this bold ring with this really intricate and detailed design on it, and also these small blue gemstones. And then of course we have the vestige ring, which I think looks just absolutely gorgeous on my pinky. It has like these black gemstones in it. All of those pieces are from Kuurth, and this brand is definitely one of my favorite jewelry brands of all time. I've covered their stuff in a YouTube video already, so if you're interested, go check that out. And once again, I bought these pieces on Black Friday, so they were like 50% off. All of those pieces, by the way, are sterling silver. And this necklace right here has quickly become like one of my almost daily necklaces, combined with my cross necklace of course. And I'm definitely planning on getting some more stuff from Kuurth, but let's move on. Alright, moving on, we got these crazy Moonboot slides. They're not really slides. I don't really know how you would call such a shoe. I mean, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they are not slides but something else. But yeah, for me personally, they kind of act like slides, so I've been calling them my Moonboot slides. But yeah, I mean, if you're familiar with Moonboot, you already know kind of how their designs are and how their shoes are. We got this super chunky and thick sole, and we have this super soft, or like almost like a it's almost like a puffer jacket, this upper material right here. And at the same time, this is basically almost everything there is to this shoe. And what's really special about those shoes is that they are completely symmetrical. They don't, like, you don't have a right and a left pair. You can wear them however you want, and then they kind of like shape to your foot. Now I don't even know if this is healthy for me because I have flat feet, but to be honest, those are so absolutely comfortable and they are so soft to walk in, and I literally wear them all day. Like, since I got them, whenever I'm not like making an outfit that has like a specific shoe in it, I'm literally wearing those moon boots right here. I even wear them at my job. I literally wear them all day. And these were also really unexpected pickup and such a steal because I was at a Zalando outlet and I saw them in my size. I tried them on and I don't know how to describe it, but these shoes are just so chill. And because it was an outlet, they were also super cheap. Like, I paid I think 50 euros for it, and they are originally like 120 or 150. I'm not too sure about this, and I really wasn't planning on spending any money that day, but I really had to get those and I'm so happy that I did. Alright, so then we have this beautiful, absolutely beautiful knit sweater right here, which is the alpaca knit by Nude Project. And as you can see, it is this beautiful mohair like baby blue knit sweater, and It's completely blank. It only has this small little metal patch right here. Perfectly beautiful. There is branding, there is this metal patch, but it's like super subtle and looks nice. And I would even argue that it looks nicer with the branding than without the branding. But yeah, the sweater itself is made out of, I think, 50% alpaca, and then there's like 50% like acrylic stuff. And I didn't expect it to be that way, but the sweater is super cropped. But yeah, I got a size small, which is like my usual size, but I definitely did not expect it to be this cropped. But to be honest, I don't mind it. I think especially for the sweater and when laying with like a longer t-shirt, it really looks nice. And I don't know, the price of this one, it was a Christmas present from my girlfriend. Shout outs to my beautiful girlfriend. I'm really happy about this one. Alright, so speaking about Christmas presents, I also got this really beautiful leather bag from my parents. It is the ground coffee colorway of the Weekender bag by SuitSuit, which by the way is a fashion brand that heavily focuses on women and like empowering women through travel. But to be honest, I don't think this bag looks feminine at all, and I'm really in love with it. I've wished for it for a long time and I got it for Christmas. I'm really thankful. Shout outs to my parents. And yeah, I mean, you can kind of see the size in front of me right here, but it's really spacious. It has this laptop pocket and one zip pocket, and also I think, yeah, there's also like 3 smaller pockets where you can put stuff. And of course you can carry it like this and also kind of wear it around your body. It is also made from 100% cow leather, so it will definitely age over time and get like some used and aged effect, which I'm super excited for. And I literally use this bag whenever I'm going like out to take fit pics, to carry my tripod and carry my camera, or when I'm staying over the weekend at my girlfriend's house. I always use this bag right here. So yeah, on top of it looking super fashionable, this bag is also really practical and I'm really loving it. Alright, so there's one last gift that I have received, and this one is really special to me and came really unexpected because there's this guy called Milo. He's rather young, I'm not sure how old he is exactly, but he still goes to school and at the same time puts in the work into his fashion journey, into his social media, so go check him out, support him. But yeah, the story between me and this guy is that for my brand DesignedbyNed, I would always send him free stuff for new job, and we kind of got to know each other a little bit through social media. And I also met him at the Chromocopia concert in Cologne, which was a super nice experience. He was there with his mom. Yeah, so basically I keep on sending him stuff and I of course do not expect anything in return. At most I expect some content, but to be honest I wouldn't even mind if he doesn't feature my pieces in his content. But yeah, all of a sudden I received this beautiful bag right here, and this bag right here, which as you can see is this kind of cowhide, cowskin tote bag, is completely self-made by him. And by the way, I really have to say I'm heavily impressed by the craftsmanship. I mean, a tote bag is a rather simple piece, yes, but it's still, I don't know, it's super clean. And if I didn't know, I wouldn't even expect that this was self-made. And what makes all of this even better is that as of lately, I'm super interested and kind of crazy about cow patterns and cowhide. Literally my whole Pinterest feed is full of like cowhide boots, cowhide jackets, cowhide pants, stuff like that. And this right here is my first cowhide piece. I'm really happy about it. Shoutouts to you, Milo. Next up, we're getting into some self-made pieces, starting out with this semi-self-made piece. I bought this pair of gloves for styling for a photo shoot. It's just like your generic casual fashion brand, but I thought these looked really nice because on the inside they have this like fur, and you can also kind of fold it over like this, and then you have like the fur visible. But I kind of modified them a little bit with this kind of carabiner contraption right here. So you basically have this piece that you can screw open and you can put it on your pants, and then you can have the gloves hanging on your pants, which of course looks super dope as an accessory, but it's also super practical because you just always have your gloves ready whenever you need them. And I already had all of these pieces lying around, so I'm really happy on how this kind of little DIY project turned out. But let's move on to the real stuff that I made myself. Starting out with this beautiful long sleeve right here, which is the Assistance Excellent long sleeve. There are still some pieces available, so if you're interested, make sure to check out the website. We basically got this creamy white or like a off-white shade long sleeve with this kind of washed out, almost cracked looking front screen print. We then have this houndstooth pattern fabric chest pocket right here, as well as some fabric ribs here in the front and the back. On the sleeves we then have some paint splatters that make this piece just perfect for layering. And what's really beautiful about it is that that those literally happened by accident, like while printing my girlfriend bumped one of the long sleeves into my squeegee, and I had it on my sample and I liked it so much that I literally wanted to include it in the final design. And last but not least, and actually one of my favorite details about this long sleeve, is that the hems on the sleeves as well as the bottom edge right here are completely raw and open. So you basically have these like 2 layers of the original hem, and they over time will kind of roll up and create this really nice look. I mean, you can already see this process and this effect on my long sleeve right here. And I think this is just such a cool effect and looks really dope. Now I also made a matching pair of denim for this long sleeve that I use for the styling, but unfortunately my brand is just not big enough yet that I can actually drop denims. I mean, if I'm dropping denims, I want good production, and there just isn't the budget for it yet. But yeah, I still always like to kind of build some small collections, and even if only one piece drops, I can use the other pieces for styling and hopefully release the pieces in future. But enough yapping, let's actually get to the denim. It's this beautiful beige kind of baggy denim, and the fit of those is really baggy, which is kind of my first try or prototype of my super baggy pattern. Similar to the long sleeve, we then have this raw edged waistband, but of course denim is a hugely different material. So instead of the fabric rolling up, we have this kind of like fraying edges, which looks like this. And I then use the same effect on the back pockets as well as like the edges, the bottom edges of the pants. On the front we then also have this kind of pinstripe print. It's really subtle and you can barely notice it because it kind of washed out a little. And last but not least, I tried out coffee dyeing for this pair, which gives the denim this like all over kind of washed and dirty look. It's not as noticeable as I expected it to be, but I think it looks really nice. And by the way guys, if you want to learn more about literally start to finish on how I made this pair, go check out my YouTube video about it. But let's keep going. Alright, so last but not least, there are these 2 burgundy hoodies right here. And these 2 hoodies are kind of like samples or me experimenting with the hoodie for my upcoming job. And first up we have this super washed burgundy, which is like really pale compared to the other. And what I did with this was stone washing it. To be honest, I didn't expect the fabric to get any like holes or rip. I added some volcanic stones and a little bit of bleach, and I'm not sure if the stones without the bleach would have the same effect. I mean, probably because it's like stones and they do damage to fabric. But yeah, I really was surprised how kind of not perfectly even, but like almost even and all over these holes were. And I really like the look of this. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. And to further add to this already distressed look, I then removed the front pockets because I hate front pockets in hoodies. I think they just look stupid, to be honest. They might be practical, but I really don't like the look of like hoodie pockets. And I then also cut off like the elastic band, so it's really loose fitting and also a little bit more cropped compared to your like regular hoodie. And for version 2 I used a lot less bleach for the fading, so we have like this really subtle fade and it's more of a deep burgundy. And I also didn't use the stones in my laundry machine. I added the same effect with the cut off elastic band as well as the cut off pocket right here, or like the it's supposed to look like a ripped out pocket, but the detail that I then added to this piece is this like all over dotted kind of hood with these silver studs. And then of course we also have 2 studs on the pockets, or like the remaining fabric of the pocket right here. And I don't know what it is and how I even got this idea, but I think this just looks absolutely amazing and absolutely beautiful. So yeah, these 2 are like kind of the samples for my upcoming hoodie, and I think I will be going with this one right here because I just like the hood so much. But at the same time I also might make some changes to it. So if you're interested in this piece, make sure to subscribe right now because I will be uploading like a making of. There's this piece and there will be one more piece that I haven't even made the sample of yet, and I will make a making of video of how I made the sample. So yeah, I mean, I'm just saying subscribing never hurts, so you can stay up to date and also support me, which would mean a lot to me. This is it for today's video. I hope all of you enjoyed this video and I hope all of you could get some inspiration. Thank you so much for watching it all the way to the end of the video. Subscribe, like if you want to support me, and I'ma see y'all in the next video. I'm out.